JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a long-running comic that has been ongoing since 1987 to this very day. Written and illustrated by Hirohiko Araki for the entirety of its run, JoJo spans well over 25,000 pages across 132 volumes. JoJo is divided into 9 parts, each featuring a member of the Joestar family, all having the nickname JoJo. The series has become known for its breathtaking art and complex storyline. JoJo's is iconic for its power system known as stands. Stands are powers that characters possess that give them special supernatural abilities. After being introduced in Part 3, the series skyrocketed in popularity and began to gain recognition across the world. For the first 16 years of JoJo's run, or Parts 1 through 6, everything took place in the same universe. The story remained surprisingly consistent in quality, but there were some hiccups along the way. Some people felt that the earlier stories were too simple, and the first protagonist, Jonathan, is too bland. They didn't like how the tone would shift too often, and there's a noticeable art style change around Part 4. And a lot of people believe that due to these reasons, JoJo's wasn't able to be taken seriously as a story. The main story is about a battle between the Joestars and Dio Brando, an old rival of the family. The fight eventually reaches its peak when one of Dio's disciples, Pucci, resets the universe at the end of Part 6. With the universe reset and the main story concluded, our reader would probably assume that the manga was over. Araki found himself stumped when trying to continue the story. He had developed so much lore and felt he explored every stand ability to completion. But the universe reset set the field for an entirely new story. Now, Araki could reboot his series with all the knowledge and experience he had gained. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7, Steel Ball Run, is hailed as one of the best pieces of literature ever created. It's about a man named Jonathan Joestar, a rich horse rider who, after being shot and paralyzed, tries to prove he's still useful by winning a race called the Steel Ball Run, a giant horse race that takes place from coast to coast in America. Johnny encounters a mysterious man named Gyro, who carries around steel balls that when Johnny touches them, allow him to walk very briefly. Gyro is a user of what's known as a spin, an art where one uses energy from their body to propel objects at an immense force. Gyro agrees to teach Johnny the spin. They participate in the race together. Along the way, they discover the power of stands and uncover the deeper secrets behind the spin. I'm not going to go into the entire story now, but I think what makes it so good comes down to the character development and the story's themes. The story is literally about Johnny trying to walk again, but he only achieves this after going through growth and after losing almost everything. Johnny ends up losing the final battle against Diego, which is a callback from the original series to Dio Brando, but he wins in the end because he ends up being able to walk again and getting his life back. Part 7 is insanely good, but it took a very long time to actually be complete. It ran from 2004 to 2011. Araki followed it up with Part 8, JoJolion. JoJolion leans way more into philosophy than Part 7. It's about identity and what determines someone's identity. Is it their looks, their family, their abilities? The main character, Josuke, knows nothing about himself and quickly finds out that he's not normal. Josuke is the fusion of two people, a man named Yoshikage Kira and Josefumi Kujo. Finding this out breaks him mentally. Throughout the story, Josuke is adopted by the Higashita family, but later finds out they carry a curse. Every firstborn son will turn into a statue at the age of 10. The story eventually goes in a crazy direction with an entirely new race of beings called rock humans becoming the antagonists. The rock humans are complete opposite to what Josuke represents. Josuke represents humanity's loving, soft side, while rock humans represent the calculated and logical side. Part 8 stands out from Part 7 because it all takes place in a single town, unlike Part 7, which is a road trip style adventure. Part 8 ends with Josuke realizing that it doesn't really matter where he comes from, it matters who he is today. He finally breaks the curse of the Higashita family, allowing them to finally move on. JoJo's Parts 7 and 8 are absolutely peak, so yeah, go read it now.